Hi everybody, it's Noelia with My Moxie Dreams. Thanks for joining me today for our setup of our March theme. I'm so excited. As you can see on my desk, she is absolutely gorgeous and I cannot wait to set her up. If you are new here, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this kind of content and as we get into this, my crazy stories, I hope that you would consider liking and subscribing to my channel. For everybody else, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're spending this time with me and I'm just excited to jump on in. So let's do it, shall we? All right, as you guys know, I'm in my pocket Moleskine daily. I am enjoying her very much. Today is the 1st, so as you know, I'm always behind. You guys know this, like it's not anything new. So we'll take out our February theme, and she was gorgeous and I loved the setup. It was just so different and yeah, I liked it. All right, so let's get into March. So here you can see this is our March theme. Isn't she gorgeous? She will be going up on my Pinterest. Remember that I do not own or create these images. I pull them off of Pinterest or Google, and then I put them into Canva and I add some elements so that I can create stickers to match. So I hope that makes sense. And let's dive in, shall we? Okay, so what I decided, I played around with this for quite some time. I was going to use a Tombow that was a really kind of bright orange, and it didn't feel right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use my sand, which I believe is 990. This is one of my favorite. I have a set of favorite colors in my pencil bag. I think I've shared this. Maybe there's a video somewhere. I think there's a reel on my Instagram that shows what's in my bag. Look at how dirty that is. Sweet Jesus, I probably need to wash her. And I've tried to get away from this bag, but this has all the compartments and I love it. But these are my favorite Tombow colors. I think I have a little thing. Let me see. We're totally sidetracking, but you guys are already used to this. So these are my favorite colors. They're always in my pencil bag. This new one, this asparagus that I got, I love this. I would use just this all day long if I could. So yeah, so I have baby yellow, asparagus, carnation, sky blue, light sand, and cool gray. Those are my favorites and they're used throughout my planner. And this little thing I just made on Canva and laminated it. Okay, sorry for the sidetrack. We're using sand, all right? That's basically what I'm saying. We're using sand today, which is 990. All right, so let's just jump in and start. Let's make sure that I don't go past where I'm supposed to. Today's Friday, Saturday. We're gonna do a full week plus the extra days. So we should not go past Monday the 11th. So we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves. I have 2 videos to record today. I was gonna do a poll asking what you guys thought. So here's the thing. This size that I have as my dashboard is the exact size of my pocket rings. And so it's so much easier now to just do the dashboards for both when I do the setup for the month. However, I was like, should I do the plan with me's together, the ring planner and the Moleskine? And I settled with no, because the Moleskine it takes me some time and I think it's 2 different, I don't know if it's 2 different crowds who probably like to watch the rings versus a pocket Moleskine daily. I don't know, leave a comment below if you want, if for April, if you want to see me one video doing the setup for my pocket rings and my pocket Moleskine. I just feel separating it is probably the best thing. But I was like, I have a lot more to switch out in my rings. So that video will come up. This should come up today, which is Friday. I should edit it quickly and put it up. And then I probably will record the pocket rings depending on how much time I have, because today's Friday and I have some international wires and things to do for work. My boss is supposed to go to Tahoe today, but there's like a major storm that's hit, and typically they don't let people go up, but he has a home there, so he just kind of shows them that he has a home there and they have to let him pass. So that's how they get away with it. How has everybody else been? Everybody's doing good, I hope. Staying healthy. We've had some rain, another kind of week of rain here in California. We had a couple of days of sun, like barely peeking out of the clouds, and let me tell you, I took advantage of that and did my garden. I was so happy because I've been building and building my soil, and there's so many worms, and it's just so happy. I was so happy because that means that you have healthy soil. And all the grubs, I've been dealing with grubs in my soil, and basically what grubs are these little freaking larvae, and they eat the roots. Their cycle is like they're at the very bottom of your soil or raised beds, and then as time passes they start to move higher and higher, and they will eat the roots of your plants. So I had been treating my soil for 2 years now. There's specific nematodes that you have to purchase and spray so that you can kill these grubs, and the grubs are finally gone, so I'm so excited. And all the happy worms who leave their little castings that make the soil healthy. So hopefully this year will be a really good crop year for both my flower garden and my vegetable garden. Let's see, what else do we got going on? Doot, 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 doot. I have been so busy that I haven't been watching TV, so my DVR is like full to the brim. However, you guys, okay, we're there, we're at the end. I loved back in the day, Teresa Caputo, is that how you say her last name? She talks to dead people, or dead people talk to her. I just find it so fascinating because I totally believe in that. But so her new season came out, I guess, and I just found it by accident. I think I've said this before. I don't watch live TV. When I have the chance to watch TV, when I'm planning or whatever, I always put YouTube. I didn't have cable. I don't want it. But my son was super into football, and I felt bad that he couldn't see all the channels he wanted. So I got like NFL something, who knows what it's called, but I ended up upgrading my Hulu to include live TV and football and all that. So ever since that, I will have Hulu on in the background. And I think it's like if I'm watching something, or I love crime shows. You guys should know this by now. But I was watching something, and then it was over, and it automatically started playing Teresa Caputo, Raising Spirits, I think is what it's called. And I started watching that, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's back, and whatever. So I was watching that show. And then what happens, I don't know if it's just my Hulu, if it's set up this way, because I don't mess with the buttons. But what happens is, I guess it automatically plays what the next show is. I don't know how to explain it because it's like DVR'd or whatever. Anyways, the next show that played, you guys are going to giggle, is Prison Brides. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, what the heck am I watching? And it's like these girls who are from other countries that pen pal prisoners in the U.S. sweet Jesus, was I just completely baffled, but completely invested in this, because my kids were laughing because I'm yelling at the TV, like, what are you doing? Like, why? It was insane. So now I'm addicted to this stupid show and finding out, you know, because when these guys are in prison, all they do and think about is these girls, and they call, and I think these women like the fact that these people are consistent, these prisoners. And then there's one that came out, and it was just so sad because she left her child in the UK, which I can't even fathom. You would abandon your kid to be with the prisoner and start a life in the US. That's neither here nor there. I don't know. It was insanity. It was insanity. I'm like, and then you guys, after that played, there's another show that I was floored. I'm like, this is why I should not watch live TV, or this is why I stopped watching live TV, because you just get sucked in. Right after The Prison Brides was this show called, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like Not Expecting a Baby or something, where these women, it's not like just young girls, these women have no idea they're pregnant, and then one day they're suddenly are having like these cramps, and either they go to the hospital or they have the baby at home because they had no idea. Listen, I am like yelling at the TV, like it is so funny, and my kids are laughing like, Mom, you are such a dork. But I just can't believe some of this stuff. I'm like, my word, it's bonkers. So I have to like not turn on Hulu and go and just watch YouTube, because I prefer to watch you guys doing your videos as opposed to watching the craziness that is on TV right now. Did I go too high? No, I think I did good. All right, there are words. So yeah, that's my eventful TV watching. What else is going on? I think that's it. Work's been bonkers per usual, you guys know. I don't know what else is going on, you guys. Stuff has just been crazy. I can believe we're on the 1st of March, because February was just so furious, wild, and crazy, and it went by fast and slow at the same time. There's just so much going on work-wise. I'm excited to do the ring plan. I guess it's going to be really a plan with me, because I'm going to be going through a bunch of stuff in my ring planner. I think I printed some more of these. I gotta look through my little sticker thing. I'm sure I printed some, because remember, they weren't cutting correctly. All right, we just have a few more days left. I don't know if you guys, for those of you who maybe don't follow me on Instagram, I did a funny story. It wasn't supposed to be funny. I guess it is funny. Ooh, those are cut. All right, we're gonna toss these because they have like some weird stains on them. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't drink milk unless it's in cereal. I hate milk. I don't hate it. Okay, let me just preface that. I don't hate it. It's just that I was traumatized as a child. My cafeteria lady traumatized me, because I'm sure all of you guys remember when you're kids, you'd go through the line with your little tray, and they would put the food on your tray for you, and then you would have to grab your little carton of milk, and on Fridays you would get to choose regular milk or chocolate milk. And man, I loved milk when I was a kid. However, all right, there we go, guys. We have, now what we're gonna do is, I think I'm doing washi for sure, and then we'll put the flowers. I'm trying to decide if I should put the flowers first or the washi. I think I'm gonna do the washi first. the problem, or why I stopped liking milk, has to do with that, with my cafeteria experience when I was a little kid, because they would leave it out. So by the time you got it, it was like so warm and grody that who wants to drink warm milk? Nobody wants to drink warm milk. Come on, people. And so because of that, I don't know if I'm doing those right. Well, we won't know till we know, you guys. I haven't done a washi in a while. So we shall see how this turns out. I probably should use my tweezers, huh? Okay, so back to kinder, first grade or whatever. I think it was first grade, because I had Mr. Cole. I had Mr. Cole for my first grade, and I loved him. He was such a good teacher. And then I had Mrs. Cole, his wife, second grade, and she wasn't so nice. She wasn't as nice as Mr. Cole was. Mr. Cole helped me like really figure out that I was a leader and not a follower. And I really enjoyed Mr. Cole. He was such a nice man. Okay, cafeteria. Noelia, stay with your cafeteria milk. Gross. Ever since then, I hated milk because all my experience was from that point forward was grody, warm milk. And then there was this, there was the lady who was like, you had to eat your food, most of your food, and you had to drink your milk before they would let you outside. And her name was Nancy. Gosh, what was her name? She just passed away. And her son was my default escort for homecoming, because I was part of the homecoming corps. Did I tell that story to you guys? I was gonna tell that story to you guys, my homecoming experience my senior year. If I have not shared that story and you want to hear that story, leave a comment down below, because I can't remember stories of what I've shared with you guys and what I haven't. Anyways, I keep going 500 different directions. Nancy was the schoolyard lady, but she would be in the cafeteria first to make sure all of us little nugget kids would eat our food, because what would happen, as you guys know, I'm sure you guys did the same thing, you wouldn't want to eat. You just wanted to hurry up and go play in the playground. And so she would make sure that we would eat our food before we could head out to the playground. And so if you didn't drink your milk, she would not let you go outside. But the milk was so disgusting that God knows there was no way I was going to drink that freaking milk. And so there was a guy named Manuel who loved milk. When Nancy wasn't looking, he would give us his empty one, and we would pass him the full one, and he would just guzzle this milk down. It was disgusting because it was so gross. He would guzzle the milk down, and then we would have an empty milk carton. So when she would come by, she'd look at our milk carton, and we'd be sitting there still pretending to be eating, and she'd look at our milk carton and be like, okay, you need a couple more bites of your food before you can go out. And so what we would do is we would take the food and we would put it inside the milk cartons so that we would get the pass from Nancy to be able to go outside and play. And man, she never caught on. Okay guys, here is our little 4-leaf clovers that, as you can see, that matches her. Okay, so let's just dig in. So anyways, all the years, because in that school you were there from kinder until 4th grade, and then you would go to the next school. And she never figured it out. Nancy kind of followed us through high school. Like, her son Tony was the same age as I was, so she would move throughout the schools to be around her son. I remember us on homecoming week, she was helping us with our float and doing stuff, you know, as moms do. I don't know if I want that there. Just whatever. I'm just gonna do it and just accept it, Noelia. And so we're all having a blast and we're putting our floats together or whatever. And she comes and she tells me how I was just such a cute little kid and I was so kind and so nice and blah, blah, blah. She's like, you always ate your food, and you always drank your milk, and you never gave me any problems. And we just, like, the collective group started laughing, particularly Manuel was busting up laughing, and her son Tony would do the same stuff. It wasn't like it was a whole group of us who would do this. And so we finally confessed to her, and she is busting up laughing. I'm wondering, do I have smaller ones? Are these the same size? I think these are smaller. I'm gonna do some of the big ones and some of the really smaller ones. I don't know how to position these. I'm just kind of doing it. Anyways, we told her, and she thought it was the funniest freaking thing. And she's like, I had no idea. And we're like, we know you didn't have any idea. Otherwise, you wouldn't have let us go play outside. But come on, guys. You guys remember that I think you had like a total of 35 minutes. At least we did. You have 35 minutes to eat your food and then go play outside before you would get rung in. And so, of course, we're going to like get the heck out of Dodge to be able to, I don't know why I'm having such a difficult time with these. So yeah, it was super cute. She was such a doll about it. And she actually just passed away, I want to say last year. And we all, you know, I sent flowers and my regards to Tony and his family. Because she was a big part of our childhood, of our growing up. Like I said, she followed her son to each school. In the small town that I'm from, you had the first school, which was kinder through 4th grade. And then you had middle school, which was 5th grade, obviously through 8th grade. And then you had high school. So why am I telling you about the milk? Okay, back to, see my brain, Noelia. The reason I'm saying this is because I don't drink milk unless it's in cereal, where it's like I don't drink it. It's just making my cereal soggy. And I hope that I'm really taking up a lot of space, as I'm realizing here. But I use milk I have a milk frother, really, really good milk frother. And what happens is when I get milk, it only lasts a few days because nobody drinks it. And so my milk goes bad pretty quickly because nobody drinks milk right here. Like very rarely will the kids do cereal. Like they have to be like in the mood for that. I'm just highlighting the bottoms of this, and we'll figure it out as we go, just so that I can have that sand. I Instacarted, I don't know, we were doing a family dinner and I was missing some items, so I Instacarted some stuff and I asked for milk, right? I told the Instacart shopper to get me some milk. Well, they did. And so I've been using it, but when I got it, I always like to check when the expiration is, because sometimes when you get the ones right in the front, they're expiring faster. We all know this. And so I got the stuff and I checked it, and how do I want to do this? Do I want to do this like this? No. And it said March 31st. And mind you guys, I got this Instacart order maybe last Sunday, I think it was. No, Saturday, because we had family dinner on Saturday. And I think I'm gonna do this big one. And so I saw it and it said March 31st expiration. And I'm like, what the devil? Like, the milk company screwed up and has the wrong date on here. There's no way. So I'm like, whatever. I opened it up. I smelled it. It looks, do I want a small one here? I think I'm going to have to. Oh, shoot. Well, that broke by accident, but maybe it's going to work. Okay, so there's our March view, and then we'll go to our trackers and get March ready. So I saw it said March 31st expiration. I'm thinking these people totally, whoever was stamping the expiration date was dropping the ball. Let's see, what have I done in the past? I think I've highlighted. I think that's what we're gonna have to keep doing. Let's just do this. And then we'll do the bottom. And then we'll figure out the rest as we go. So anyways, every day since then, when I froth my milk in the morning, before I pour it in, I smell it to make sure that it's not bad, because I'm thinking now I'm going to have to kind of gauge this every day because, you know, somebody screwed up on the printing of the expiration. I need washi first. Let's get some washi and figure it out. And then every day it's smelling perfect. It's smelling perfect. And I'm like, what is going on? Is this magic milk? Like, what the hell? But I realized that my milk said lactose milk. And I'm like, what the hell happened here? And I'm like, did I accidentally get the lactose milk by accident, or did my Instacart person do it? And it was my Instacart person, which is fine. It was a happy accident. It was serendipitous, because I then go and Google this, and apparently lactose-free milk lasts longer than regular milk. And I had no freaking idea, you guys. No freaking idea. And like I said, nobody drinks. I'm going to cut this little guy so that I can just have a straight one. Do I want that guy? Maybe I cut this guy. I was going to cut the other guy, but I had no idea. And like I said, I only use milk for my frothing. I don't drink it, so I wouldn't be able to tell if it tasted different because I don't drink it. And so I think this is so funny. And so I went and Googled it, and I asked you guys on Instagram, and some people seem to know the answer. They're like, yeah, you nerd. How did you not know this? I'm like, I don't know. I've never needed lactose-free milk. So now I know. I don't think I need anything more than that. I think those two are perfect, right? I don't think I need to add a third somewhere. I think it's too much. So the Instacart guy ended up doing an amazing thing for me, because now I can get lactose free and it'll last me longer, and it froths so perfect. It's like the perfect little peaks, and it's just so amazing. And I sprinkle cinnamon on top. It is the best thing this guy could have done. So now I'm just a happy camper, because now I have longer lasting milk. Yes, I'm a dork. Okay, guys, here we go. But there's our March. Isn't she lovely? And then we go to our tracker, which I end up moving the little tab. There's our March tracker. Look how cute she looks, you guys. And then here is our March. I think she's beautiful, you guys. Isn't she gorgeous? All right, so the last thing we need to do is add this. And you guys know I always have an issue with adding this. All right, so let's just, I never know how to do this. You guys know this. The card, Noelia. That was the trick. All right, there we go, guys. March is ready to go. Isn't she lovely? I just think she's gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, everybody, that is our plan with me. I hope it isn't 5 hours long. Thank you so much for being part of this planner community with me. I absolutely enjoy every single one of you, and the fact that you spend time with me with my silly stories and my plan or decorate with me, whichever you choose to call it. Again, if you are new here, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. For all my other followers, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.